Shalom. I'd like to start by saying Ka Hala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful like push his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is just me titled The Passover. It's going to be quick but important nonetheless, right? So let's just go into the word Passover, the etymology, because it is two words. Passover. Right. Annual Jewish, which is not correct. Annual Jewish feast instituted to commemorate the escape from Egypt. Coined by Tinnell. In reference to the Lord passing over the houses of Israelites in Egypt when he killed the firstborn of Egyptians. See, that's correct. By extension, including the following 7 days during which the Israelites were permitted to eat only unleavened bread, right? So the main thing is I wanted to see, which is, I'm surprised that they had it, but which is good. The Lord passing over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt when he killed the firstborn of the Egyptians. All right, so Exodus 12:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So that's actually when the first month of the year started for them, whatever day that was. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. Sluck. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and the pertinence thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning. Actually, so I should stop there. So what I wanted to take point was what they did. They killed it, the lamb, right? And he took the blood and struck it on the two side posts. So it's basically used as a marking, on their houses, right? So we're going to come back to this. 1 Peter. Because it's the same thing with what Yahushua did, because Yahushua was referred to as a lamb, right? And when he came back as Yahushua, he didn't make any mistakes. So he's without spot, without blemish. And what happened? He died on the cross for who? Israel, right? But more importantly, the elect, right? And it was his blood is what bought us back to Yahweh, because we were bought with a price. So it's the same thing all over again, right? Now, there's more to that, so I just want to read this. 1 Peter 1:18, For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things, so we were redeemed, right? Basically what I just said, as silver and gold from your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers, but with the precious blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you, who who by him do believe in Yahweh, that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and hope might be in Yahweh. Right? So like there, right there, like a lamb without blemish. And this is the same thing that happened in Egypt. Right? And why did they do that with their posts? You know, why did they strike their posts? Is because to protect themselves. It's protection. It was also a mark, right? To mark themselves, but mark themselves for what? Right? So we're going to go back. Exodus 12. I think maybe it was at 12. Okay. Okay. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. Right? Lord Yahweh's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord Yahweh. So the funny thing is, when just like what's going to happen when Yahweh Shai comes back, the Most High said the same thing. He's going to judge Babylon because they're wicked. But who is he sending to do the judgment? It's sending Yahweh Shai, right? The Grim Reaper, right? So the scriptures also say there's nothing new under the sun. So the person that was sent, it wasn't actually Yahweh that went. It was actually Yahweh Shai, because he's the Grim Reaper. He is what's the word I'm looking for? He acts out the Most High's judgment, right? Majority of the time. But this is just prophecy, because blood of the lamb was used to mark the doorposts who for the Israelites who believed, right? Who believed in the Most High, Yahweh. Because at that time Yahweh Shai wasn't there yet. Right? But believing in the Most High Yahweh, there was a mark. So the same thing happened when Yahweh Shai came back on the scene. We got bought back with his blood. So if it's the same thing and there was a mark set on the doorpost of the Israelites who believed, right? The same thing's going to happen now with that blood of Yahweh Shai. It's going to be set on mark on people, on the Israelites who believe, basically. Right? Now, we also know from prophecy that 2/3 of Israel are not going to believe. They're going to take the mark of the beast, because there's two marks, right? There's the mark of the beast and the mark of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. So the elect are the ones that are going to take the final mark, right? That was bought back through the blood of Yahweh Shai, right? And it's going to be set on the foreheads of them, and it's going to be written in Yahweh's name, right? But like I said, nothing's new under the sun. So let's continue reading. Okay, verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. Right? So on top of it, so he said that he's going to pass over them. So he passed over them because they had the mark over their doorposts, their houses, their homes. So just like now we're at the end, whoever has the blood of the mark of exemption, which is only the elect, because they were there from the beginning. So the elect were already sealed from the beginning, right? They already were destined to do what they're supposed to do, right? So they're the only ones who took that currency, right? That opportunity when Yahweh Shai died for us through his blood, and used it and took that blood and marked it, and said, I'm going to do the work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, right? That's why also in the Passover it says, drink of my blood and drink of my body, right? We was talking to the 12 apostles, right? So only the elect are going to drink of that blood, right? Only the elect are going to do that. And only the elect are going to drink of that body. Just like when they ate the lamb in Egypt, They had to eat the lamb, and then they had to mark the blood under their houses, right? And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, right? So you'll pass over them. So the ones that are not following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of the ability, the ones that don't have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the ones that are committing, sinning willingly, right? Right? The Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is not going to pass over them. He's going to put his judgment on them. And that includes Israel. Right? So Israelites are going to get killed. A lot of them are going to catch a judgment. Because it's not just going to be the Pharaoh this time. It's going to also be Israelites. Because, and I'm talking about the ones that know that they're Israelites. Right? Because they have no cloak for their sins anymore. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord Yahweh throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. And it's the Passover. We're in the Passover week, right? The Passover started Friday, sundown. So a lot of things are going to happen, because last time we were in the Passover is when COVID happened. Or Slack, I shouldn't be saying that word, but when the pandemic happened. Right? 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. So you can't have any type of yeast or anything that, causes rising in your house. Right? Now, if you live with your parents, you live with someone else, you can't really, if you live with your parents, you can't really do that, right? So anything that you own, you got to take it out. You got to throw it out. Because the Most High is dealing with you. You live on your own, throw it all out. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the 7th day, that shall be cut off from Israel. So the Most High is serious about this. Like, he'll destroy you. You'll be killed. And the first day and in the first day there shall be an holy convocation. And in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them. So you have to treat like the Sabbath, where you're not supposed to do work on the first day of the Passover and on the 7th day of the Passover. Save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for it is the selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by ordinance forever. Right? In the first month. Okay, that is it. So now, we go to 1 Timothy, not Timothy's. Timothy 6:14. 1 Timothy 6:14. That thou keep this commandment without spot, unrebukable, until the appearing of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. Right? So I read that one because we're supposed to keep the Passover, right? And what he told us to do during the Passover is a commandment. He commanded us to do those things. So you can't be eating things with yeast or baking powder, baking soda, I believe, cause things to rise. You can't have those things. You can't have, women are not supposed to be there during those first 2 days, right? Especially you're supposed to treat those first 2 days as, and from my understanding, actually, you shouldn't even be having sex during the Passover. I don't know why you'd want to anyways. This is a serious thing. You're supposed to be repenting, praying to the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to have mercy on you, to not allow, the angel of death, which is Yahushai, to visit you. Because the Most High is going to be visiting people during this week, right? And giving them judgment. All right, things are about to get crazy, or crazier. Right? And we're supposed to follow all those commandments, the law, such commandments to the best of our ability, right? And have faith until Yahushua appears. Because once he appears, then that's when he's going to take the hopeful elect or the elect and save them. You know? So until then, you got to keep working, got to keep striving. So now we're going to go to Revelation. So I was talking about the mark bought back with the blood of Yahushua. Revelation 22:4. And they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. Right? And I'll read up actually above this. And there shall be no more curse, but the throne of Yahweh and the Lamb shall be in it. And his servants shall serve him, and they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads, right? So the servants are the elect, right? Those are the servants. They're the ones that strived all the way to the end. Revelation 14:1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Sion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads, right? So only the elect are going to have Yahweh's name written in their foreheads. Right? And that writing that's going to be in their forehead is going to be a mark, because it's letting the angel of death, who's coming back, which is Yahushua, to know who his elect are and who are not his elect. Because whoever has that mark, whoever has the Father's name written on their forehead, which are the elect, which have been sealed, are the ones that are going to be spared from judgment. And everyone else is going to catch a judgment. Everyone else is being destroyed. So it was like a protection shield, right? You want to think of it like that. So now, Revelation 7:3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Right? So the elect have to be sealed, and they're going to be sealed with the name of Yahweh in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Right? So 144,000, the elect. But this wouldn't happen if Yahushua didn't die on the cross, right? Because we have to be bought back. If he didn't die on the cross, no one would be able to be saved, right? He bought us back. And really, he just bought the hopeful elect back. Because the rest of Israel is going to be saved through the hopeful elect when they come back in reincarnation as kids. So the elect are the most important things, or beings, outside of Yahushua and Yahweh. Matthew 5:8, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh. So I also mentioned that we will see, the hopeful elect will see Yahweh. When I was reading Revelation 22, they're going to see him. They're going to see the Lamb and the one that sits on the throne, right? So the ones that are going to see him are the elect, the servants, which are ones that are pure in heart, which is pure in mind. For they shall see Yahweh. So they're pure in mind. So they've been cleaning their mind the whole time. So like when you go through hell, like I said before, when you go through hell, when you go through, when you're suffering, that's actually purifying you. So you have to take it. If anything, when it happens, just take it on, because you understand why it's happening. You're paying for your sins that you did in your past life and in this life. But it's purifying you at the same time. And the Most High is pleased by that suffering, and you want to please him. You want to please Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Anyways, so that's on that. Pretty much made the point. I hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'd like to close out by saying, Ka Hala Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the Great Millstone, and to the hopeful elect, pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to this wicked kingdom, and the 2/3 as well. Kwame Asherala, Abad Babal, Shalom.